Killing the blue snowball shouldn't be a challenge for a lot of modern microphones, and I do stand by that. Similarly to the Blue Yeti, these are microphones that have been left behind by more modern releases that offer a much better sound for the same amount of money or sometimes less. But many microphones, if any, will try to tackle the snowball in the same form factor, with RGB lighting, a modern selection of ports, and around that same price, while sounding substantially better. Introducing the Mercase DJ-86. This is the blue Snowball Killer. So let's go ahead and dive right in. For more content, do make sure to subscribe to this channel because we upload fairly often and focus on all sorts of tech products. So do make sure to leave us a like and comment any of your thoughts down below while you're at it. It really helps us with the algorithm. And if you want to support us further, then we've actually got a Patreon open which offers early access to content and special insight to projects that I'm always working on in case that is something that interests you. So links to everything down below. So throughout the entirety of this video, I am going to be speaking directly into this microphone. One half or one part of it, most of it, is going to be done from my desk. So this microphone is going to be sitting on my desk, and then I'm going to move it closer to my mouth a little bit later when we start doing the proximity test and things like that. So anyway, hopefully you will get a good sound of what this microphone sounds like throughout this review. The exterior design consists of plastic for the entirety of the build, but this is still a rather hefty microphone. You can tell that it is built pretty well, and this comes from the body to the stand, which is comprised of metal. This is a pretty cool looking microphone, though admittedly a little bit tacky since they did model it after Spacepod almost. The looks are going to be pretty subjective here, so some will like this microphone's looks and others might not. I personally do think it looks cool. On this microphone, you're going to find a gain knob for your microphone's overall gain and another knob for controlling your headphone volume. On the right, you're going to find an RGB button to switch between the different colors and turning the lights on or off. And then on the left, you're going to find a mute switch for turning off this microphone, or muting it, I should say. On the back, you're going to find a headphone jack for audio monitoring, and you're also going to find a USB-C port for power and data. So speaking of this RGB lighting, you do get quite a few settings to go around, and it is actually pretty cool. You can cycle between these, but I like to have the colors cycling on their own. The lights will surround the front grille and the rear, as well as some of the knobs around the front. But even better, they're going to light up the meters around the side to show how much is being picked up. These are quality of life improvements that I didn't really think I needed until I got them. So in terms of specs, this is a cardioid condenser microphone with a frequency response of 30 Hz to 18 kHz, and is addressed from the very front, just like this, as I have been speaking into it this entire time. I've been using this microphone from my desk to test it out, like I mentioned earlier, in a way that most people will be using it. Now, let's get into the actual sound test. I've been speaking into this microphone throughout this entire review, and here is everything that I have to say about the overall quality. I would say that this microphone picks up my voice pretty well from a distance like this while it's on your desk, but this is probably not how I would use it because you would have to keep the gain very high in order to allow it to pick up your voice properly, and it can get pretty noisy as a result. So I would probably suggest mounting this microphone to an arm, lowering the gain to about halfway or even lower, and recording while having it closer to you for the most optimal sound. I can pretty much guarantee that you will get better results that way, and while the audio is not the cleanest, you can definitely get good sound out of it if you take the right precautions. So for the rest of this review, to make a point, I will be using this microphone while mounted to an arm and with the gain lowered even further than that. So actually, I won't be able to make that point because I realized that this uses a non-standard mount for the mounting threads, and I currently don't have an arm that can actually fit the mounting threads on this, which means that in order for me to prove that point, I'm just going to have to hold it closer up to my mouth. So just pretend that this arm is a microphone arm, which right now it kind of is. And I will say that one thing that this microphone does pretty well is actually handle plosives. It seems to have a good amount of plosives protection built in, which is awesome. So at lower volumes, you shouldn't experience many plosives, if any. Now I'm going to get into a few tests, which include a plosives test, sound rejection test, and proximity effect. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. This is going to be the plosives test. Peter Piper picked a patch of pickled peppers. Okay, that was kind of intense, and if I hurt your ears, I apologize. So this is going to be sound rejection. Right now, this is actually kind of, it is a very windy day, so you're going to hear a lot of things surrounding this microphone probably, so have a listen. And this is going to be the proximity effect test. So this is going to be what this microphone is going to sound like from about 6 inches away. This is what it sounds like with me pretty much kissing this microphone with the gain set at exactly what it was. And then this is going to be the microphone from about 1 foot away, much closer to the camera, as you can see. So at around 6 inches, I would say that it is, Jesus Christ, I would say that this is probably a pretty safe distance and maybe even more optimal. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and put this microphone down actually, because I don't think that my mic arm can hold it for the rest of this review. Now, when it comes to the overall monitoring, I would say that this is the best that you will likely get out of a microphone like this, and it's pretty decent, though it is a little bit low on the volume, I will say. You can tell how much noise this microphone is letting in while also getting a mostly accurate listen of your own voice, but it's not entirely accurate. However, this is still a very welcome addition that I would say was handled mostly pretty well here. And by the way, a lot of what you have been hearing throughout this video has been from the garage gate, since my studio is in the garage. So to conclude this video, I want to say that if you wanted a similar upgrade to your Snowball, then this is definitely a worthy upgrade. It's similarly priced while sounding significantly better. It has USB-C, a headphone jack for monitoring, RGB lighting, and a better build. So I'm pretty happy recommending this microphone to most people. If you need a decent starter microphone for creating content, then this is also another easy recommendation. So yes, I think that they did a good job with it, and I like it. I think that you will too, as long as you can keep your expectations in check, like I like to say. So thank you so much for watching this video all the way up until the very end. It is always appreciated. Now I am going to be leaving affiliate links to Amazon for this microphone down in the description, so please make sure to check that out if this microphone is one that would interest you. That would be awesome. I would also like to give a very special thanks to all of our patrons, beginning with the tier 3s, in this case Omar, so thank you so much for all of your support. It really does go a long way, and everybody else should be on screen as well. Thank you again for everything. And yes, if you're interested in becoming a patron as well for early content and things like that, there are plenty of benefits. But yeah, the link to the Patreon down below. Also, follow me on Twitch and on Instagram. I should have a schedule for Twitch pretty soon. So yeah, stay tuned. But with that said, this has been Francisco from Tech Summit. Thank you for watching, and until next video, enjoy.